Take a break and join us. Gold Town, the Pahrump Nugget, and Lakeside Casinos.
In this week's court report, the California woman arrested after allegedly stabbing her roommate at a residence in the 400 block of Comstock has her domestic battery case scheduled in Justice Court this Thursday for a status hearing. Sarah B. Ginsall's domestic battery case, with an alleged date of occurrence of December 2nd, 2016, is also connected to a separate companion case charge of battery with use of a deadly weapon causing substantial bodily harm that has been bound over to district court and stems from Ginsall allegedly stabbing her 44-year-old male roommate back in November. During a previous Justice Court status hearing for the domestic battery charge, Ginsall's public defender briefed the record, and the court noted the defendant is still awaiting her evaluation in her 5th Judicial District Court matter. So this matter is on hold until the results come in. The defendant's counsel recommended a 60-day status hearing. The state concurred, so the court set a status hearing for late July. Then the defendant was remanded to the custody of the Nye County Sheriff's Office. Ginsall remains in custody, $3,000 cash or bond for that domestic battery charge. In addition to those charges, though, Ginsall also has $5,000 cash or bond connected to new charges of battery by a prisoner that she racked up while behind bars. Ginsall faces one count of that offense for allegedly committing that act on April 8, 2017. Then a couple of months later, on June 4th, Ginsall was slapped with 2 more counts of battery by a prisoner in a separate case. During recent proceedings related to those in-custody incidents, the results of a mental evaluation were noted to have been received, which suggests that the defendant is not competent at this time. The defendant needs to return to Lakes Crossing for treatment to regain competency, so the state motioned to continue this matter to October 12th for a status hearing. The area man accused of becoming agitated and violent while making random statements like referring to himself as Jesus Christ during a domestic battery confrontation with his mother and sister has now been issued community service. During Edward Snook's modification of sentence hearing, his public defender said Snook had not enrolled in counseling yet because he was confused about what was acceptable to the court. Snook's attorney also said the defendant is now having financial issues and requested community service. So the court will allow the defendant to perform 20 hours of community service in lieu of $200 toward fines and fees, and will allow the defendant to set up a payment plan at $50 a month. Snook now has a counseling, payment, and community service completion date of May 3rd, 2018. This has been your court report. I'm Eunette Gentry for News 46.